Diddy will be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days. So,
breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as...
All right, buckle up because we're about to dive into a story so gripping, so jaw-dropping, you'll be hooked from the start. Imagine this: Sean Diddy Combs, a titan of the music world, a man whose empire was built on luxury, fame, and an unshakable swagger, now finds himself in the most unlikely of places. Gone are the red carpets, private jets, and glittering parties. Instead, he's locked away in a small, cold cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a place often described as nothing short of a living nightmare. But here's where it gets really wild. The buzz isn't just about the brutal conditions of prison life. It's about the shocking allegations and swirling rumors that surround Diddy, both inside and outside those gray concrete walls.
It's just incredible. And, it brings into context our whole system of innocent until proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And, we could debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, well, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent until proven guilty? Well, yeah, but, we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent till proven guilty. When you have this much...
Let's start with the most obvious change: Diddy's appearance. Not too long ago, this man was the epitome of confidence, strolling through Central Park, showing off his wealth, and even playing hacky sack with friends. Fast forward to now, and the transformation is nothing short of startling. Reports from his recent court appearance describe a man who looks almost unrecognizable. His once jet black hair is now streaked with gray, and he's noticeably thinner, almost frail. Journalist Elizabeth Milner, who attended his pre-trial hearing, described him as a shadow of his former self. The transformation was astonishing, she said, painting a vivid picture of a man who's gone from living in the lap of luxury to barely holding himself together behind bars. The dramatic weight loss has everyone speculating. Is it just the result of prison food and stress, or is there something deeper going on? After all, the pressure Diddy's under right now is enough to break anyone.
It's a legitimate concern. No judge wants to wake up and read the headlines the next day, oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes, and sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago it was the ankle bracelet and the ankle monitor.
But let's not stop at weight loss. This story gets much darker. According to insiders, Diddy isn't eating properly, and it's not just because of the notoriously bad food at MDC Brooklyn. No, the whispers say he's terrified of being poisoned. Yes, you heard that right. According to Larry Levine, a former inmate turned prison consultant, Diddy reportedly refuses meals out of fear that someone might tamper with his food. He's made a lot of enemies, Levine said in a recent podcast. If someone on the outside knows someone working in the prison, it's not impossible for something to be slipped into his meals. Considering Diddy's high-profile status and the enemies he's rumored to have made, both personally and professionally, it's not hard to see why he might feel like a target. The allegations he's facing, which include coercion, racketeering, and more, have cast a long shadow. And the people who could potentially be implicated if Diddy talks? Let's just say they might not want the truth to come out. And then there's the place itself, MDC Brooklyn. This isn't your average jail. It's infamous for its horrific conditions, with inmates often complaining about unsanitary living spaces, freezing temperatures, and a lack of basic necessities. Violence and understaffing are common, creating a tense and dangerous environment.
It's just interesting to me that with all the money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
For someone like Diddy, who's accustomed to opulence and privilege, the adjustment must be jarring. Michael Cohen, a former inmate at a similar facility, described the grim reality. He's waking up on a steel bed with a thin mattress, no pillow, and staring at cinderblock walls, Cohen said. It's a far cry from the luxury mansions and private jets Diddy once called home. But Diddy isn't just any inmate. reports suggest that even in prison, he's managed to maintain a level of influence that's both surprising and unsettling. Allegedly, he surrounded himself with a group of loyal followers, other inmates who cater to his every need, from making his bed to fetching him whatever he asks for. And it doesn't stop there. Rumor has it that these followers are even fighting amongst themselves for his attention. Imagine grown men in a federal detention center squabbling over who gets to fold Diddy's sheets. It's almost too bizarre to believe, but in a story like this, nothing feels off the table.
Well, Sierra, anything's possible, right? But now this judge has an even harder time, I think, because the past judge locked him up, didn't let him out, and he's still there available for trial. If the new judge lets him out on bond and something goes wrong, and this isn't the analysis that I'm proud to make, right? We shouldn't be saying, well, judges are worried about their own skin and how they look if something bad happens.
But here's where things take an even murkier turn. For years, rumors have circulated about Diddy's private life, and now those whispers are louder than ever. Allegations of inappropriate conduct and unhealthy relationships are being tossed around, blurring the line between fact and fiction. Adding fuel to the fire is singer Jaguar Wright, known for her no-holds-barred commentary on the music industry. In a recent interview, she claimed to have inside knowledge about Diddy's alleged secrets. "This is just the tip of the iceberg," she said, hinting that there's much more to the story. She's even promised to reveal more shocking details in her upcoming show, leaving fans and critics alike speculating about what's next. And then there's Diddy's health. Whispers about his physical condition have been circulating ever since his arrest, and they've only grown louder. Some reports suggest that his time in prison has exacerbated a pre-existing condition, though details remain vague. Jaguar Wright added another layer to this narrative, hinting that Diddy is battling a serious illness he's been keeping under wraps for years. "He's been facing it head-on," she said, cryptically. Whether you believe her or not, her comments have only added to the intrigue. With Diddy's trial set for May 2025, the world is watching his every move. His physical transformation, alleged paranoia, and bizarre behavior have all become key talking points, not just for the public, but for those involved in his case. Is his refusal to eat and his visible weight loss a calculated move to gain sympathy, or are they genuine signs of a man cracking under pressure? And what about the rumors of his health issues? Could they play a role in his defense, or are they just another layer of drama in an already chaotic story?
It sounded crazy. Like I said before, they said that 2,300 people reached out to the law firm, and out of the 2,300 people, I guess they decided to go with just a little over 100, which seems like it's they just put out the number and everybody's calling to see if they can get a check.
It's insane. It's insane. Now, again, he did say that nothing has been filed yet because he says he wants to make sure that they do their due diligence and get this right.
As the days go by, new details are bound to emerge, and the questions surrounding Diddy's behavior, health, and future will only grow more complex. Is his paranoia justified, or is there more to his actions than meets the eye? And what about the allegations of inappropriate conduct? Are they grounded in truth, or are they simply the product of his high-profile status? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over. With each new revelation, the intrigue deepens, leaving fans, critics, and onlookers eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this unfolding saga. Will Diddy clear his name and reclaim his place in the music industry, or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic figures in music history? Only time will tell. But for now, the drama surrounding his incarceration shows no signs of slowing down. Stay tuned, because if the rumors are anything to go by, the real story might be even wilder than what we've heard so far.